So like a lot of people, my boyfriend is white, like a deep white, like a real white, like a Pottery Barn. Is this a bowl? Is this a plate? Kind of white. When he did his 23andMe, he sent his stuff in, and then 23andMe got back to him and said, well, congratulations, sir. You've won. Well done. And this is his first at-bat with a melanated lady. So he's on a bit of a learning curve. Honestly, so am I. Because these Midwest whites are different than the LA whites that I'm used to. And I'm mostly shocked by some of the things that this man says to me. We were taking a walk and we were talking about how to set up our place. And all of a sudden he stops and he turns towards a house and with his whole arm and body points into the window and says, babe, look at that couch. Look at that couch. It looks great. Let's go up to the windows and see what kind of couch it is. And I said, babe, I will be shot. I cannot go up to those windows. I said, look, I don't know how you and your ex-girlfriend Abigail picked out furniture, but I'm not about to approach this home. I'm not about to traverse its lawn and startle these people at dinner time. I will be executed by the state. I said, babe, I don't know if you would like our address to be the epicenter of the next movement, but I don't need that kind of legacy, okay? I'm not that ambitious. And a little while later, he said truly the craziest thing to me. He said, babe, I want to take you camping. I said, I'm sorry, what? He said, babe, I want to take you camping. Now, I've never been camping before, okay? For many reasons, each and every one of them so valid. And I said, but okay, tell me more. He said, I want to take you camping, and I want to take you camping in my favorite spot. And I said, okay, we're in this. We are partners. I want to know what makes you you. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to hear all about your favorite things, whether it's raindrops on roses or this camping trip you're talking about. So tell me about your favorite spot. And he said, my favorite place to go camping is called the Boundary Waters. It's up in northern Minnesota, the Boundary Waters. And I said, the Boundary Waters? Babe, that sounds spooky, okay? The Boundary Waters sounds like a place where the veil is thin. And I don't know if I want to deal with that on a Friday afternoon. And he said, no, it's so great. He said, you know how regular camping is just a tent on the ground? And I said, yes, that sounds bad enough. So I can only assume that camping in the Boundary Waters is not like that at all. He said, no, it's so much more. He said, first you got to get a canoe. I said, get a canoe? What do you mean get a canoe? Who gets a canoe? He said, you got to get a canoe, and then you put it on your head, and you travel it into the Boundary Waters. We call it portaging. You carry the canoe on your head with all your gear, and then you find a lake, and then you put the canoe in the lake, and your gear in the canoe, and then you go with the canoe, and you row in the canoe across the lake until you find another piece of land, and then you get out of the canoe, and you put the canoe back on your head, and you walk across the land with the canoe on your head and your gear on your back. And you do that over and over and over and over again on the lake, canoe, gear, land. You do that over and over again until you find a place, and then you make a campsite for the night, and it's amazing. And I said, let me get this straight. You want to put me in a boat. You want to put me in a boat and then travel me across strange waters and then make me sleep on the ground after doing hard labor. I said, babe, my people have already done this and I don't want to do it again. Okay? I don't want to call out from work to reenact this generational trauma. Okay, is this a reality remake of Roots? Because I don't want to watch that. I said, babe, we've got to come up with some rules for you to think through before you start suggesting things to me, like this window business or the Boundary Waters. We've got to come up with the rules. Rule number 1, I want you to think, have you ever seen a Black person doing what you're suggesting that I do? If you have, feel free to pitch me the idea. If you haven't, maybe it stays an inside thought. So for example, have you ever seen a Jamal with a canoe on his head? No, you have not. No, you have not. So maybe the Boundary Waters stays a thing that you do with Abigail and Gunner and Riley and your high school golf team. And I'll be at home waiting for you on the couch that you almost got me killed looking for.